guys. Why did it start like that? Okay, guys. So this is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, go watch part 1 because I'm just gonna get right into it. And you're gonna be a little bit confused if you don't go watch the part 1, because part 1 is literally why this whole thing started. Okay, so go watch part 1. My mom thought, you know, that her putting his shit out was gonna make him want to beg her to come back or some shit, but joke was on her because he just grabbed his shit, made it easier for him, and he went on his merry way to apartment D. My mom just still going crazy, crying every day. She's just getting more depressed and depressed by the minute, and now all she's doing is going to work, coming home, locking herself in the room, crying all day, and sleeping all day. We barely even seen my mom, and for some reason my stepdad was coming home over here and taking showers at our apartment, but he was never home. Like, he barely even slept there. Like, he wasn't sleeping there or anything anymore because my mom had to kicked him out. But I don't know what the fuck they had going on, but it was very much weird. So I'm just trying to keep it together because, you know, my brother gotta eat. Somebody gotta fucking take care of him, you know? So I'm basically the parent, and my uncle's there. I could go to him, obviously go to him if we need anything, and he was there and whatever. But like I said, he was basically like minding his own business. If we needed anything, like, of course, you know, if we were hungry and there was no food at home, then he would like buy us something to eat. It was very depressing. So around this time, my mom's birthday was coming, and I wanted to do something nice for her, you know, trying to cheer up her mood, trying to get her out the room. You know, I don't know how to show my love, like being affectionate. Through all this time where she was crying and being depressed, I never went and hugged her and like was like, are you okay, or anything. Like, it was just very awkward to me, even though inside I was hurting myself. Like, it was really hurting me seeing her like that, and I would literally cry myself to sleep, and it was just so freaking stressful for me, and I didn't know what to do, and my mind would go crazy all the time, you guys. And I know in part 1, you know, I try to be very lighthearted with everything, but in reality, like, I had a lot of worried in me and a lot of heartache, and I just didn't know how to handle it all. I was a fucking child, and it hurt me, but it was awkward for me to go and express it to her and like try to hug her, and I was afraid that she would just be like, get the fuck out or something, you know, because she was always yelling at me. But I've always try to show my love in other ways, you know, buying people shit, which it could be a very bad thing, and that's a fucking another story for another time. So my mom's birthday was coming up, and I wanted to do something nice for her, and I wanted to buy her, you know, a cake, and I just wanted to make her feel special on her birthday. My uncle helped me, and he bought the cake, and he got her something nice. I don't remember what he got her, like maybe like roses or like something. And so we came home, and I was so excited, guys. I remember I came home super excited. I'm like, this is for sure. And this is when I'm still a little kid. Like, I was so like naive, thinking that like, yeah, her kids are gonna hype her up. Like, her kids remember her birthday and bought her gift, and we don't need him. Like, we're gonna be out here, and I know she's sad, but today's her birthday, and we're gonna make it special for her. You know, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, she's gonna be happy when she sees that we bought her a cake. we put the cake on the table, and you know, the candles and everything, and we're setting everything up, and my uncle's like, well, go get your mom. I go get my mom, and I'm begging her, and I'm begging her, and I'm like, I had to literally beg her to come out the room, like, you know, we have a surprise for you, just come on, come on, begging her. But I'm like fucking nervous, because I'm like, she's either gonna get up or she's gonna tell me to get the fuck out and leave, and you know, it's gonna fuck up my mood. And I'm like, come on. So finally I'm able to convince her. We get to the kitchen, and she's sitting down in front of her cake, and we're all standing like around her, and it's my uncle, me, and my little brother. As soon as my uncle's gonna start lighting the candles, she's like, okay, no, like, let's just wait for Pedro. And we're like, oh, okay, thinking like he's gonna come, because all of a sudden she wants to wait for him. So I'm like, okay. We didn't say nothing, and we just didn't want to like be like no, whatever, you know. So we just were like, okay, we'll wait for him, I guess. And so we're waiting, and 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 we're waiting. And then all of a sudden the door opens, and my stepdad walks in, and I could see her, like, she got happy. Like, this broke my heart, and for a long time I fucking hated my stepdad for this. And every time I would think about this, I couldn't even talk about it, because it would just make me automatically cry. But I look at my mom, and you could tell her eyes lit up, and she got happy. She probably thinking like, oh, he didn't forget my birthday, he's not gonna miss my birthday, even though we have all this shit going on. Like, he's not gonna miss my birthday, you know. So he walks in the room, he gets like his socks, his underwear, his undershirt, whatever the fuck he needed, and he still had there. He gets that shit, he gets all his shit ready, and he gets a towel, and he goes to take a shower. We're all in the kitchen just still waiting, and you could tell like my mom's just happy. He's in the shower, and then you could finally hear that he got out the shower, and you could hear him, like, you know, like tussling through shit. He opening the fucking faucet, you know, just doing shit because he's getting ready. And then all of a sudden you hear like tss, 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 tss. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, why is he getting ready? What the fuck? Weird. And so my mom's just like kind of like, you know, like looking kind of a little bit excited and a little bit more like upbeat. Like, now she's a little bit more motivated and like wanting to cut her cake. And I'm like, oh my god, like, what the fuck is gonna happen right now? Because why is he getting ready? But I don't say nothing. I just sit there and I'm just waiting. And then all of a sudden he comes out the restroom, and he's all spiffy, he's all ready to go. Like, he put on his best outfit that he just had for a special occasion ever arrived. And he came out looking all good, smelling all good. Didn't even look towards the kitchen, nothing. He walked out the bathroom looking all good and ready to go somewhere, straight out the door. And I was like, you guys, I was so fucking pissed. As soon as the door shut behind him, my mom got up, tears running down her face. She just went, locked herself in the room. And you could hear her crying in there. The cake, not even touched. And me and my uncle's just standing there, and I'm just like frozen. I was trying to hold my tears back so bad. Fuck, like, are you fucking shitting me right now? And you could hear just my mom sobbing in there. She's just crying, like, you know when you cry with so much emotion? Like, she was just crying and crying and crying. And like, every time I would hear like like, that would just hurt my heart. But I couldn't move. Like, you guys, in my head, like, I wanted to so bad. I'm like, just go hug your mom, like she needs a hug right now. Like, and I wanted to hug her so fucking bad, but something in me just would not let me move, and I was just like frozen, like looking towards her bedroom, and I could hear my uncle telling me like, go hug your mom, go hug your mom, just go hug her, go make her feel better. And I was just frozen. And remember, you guys, my mom this whole time is pregnant. She was very, like, really excited about this pregnancy. She wanted a girl really bad. She's going through all this stress. She wasn't eating right. It was just, everything was all bad. And after my stepdad did that, everything just got worse. Like, first of all, you could tell like my stepdad was losing weight by the minute, and we knew he had to be on some shit in there, you know. I'm like, he's not just over there fucking, he over there doing everything else. Like, he looking a real he looking real sucked up to the bone. Guys, I want to get high again, but I don't want to roll until it's 12. I'm gonna get my mom. Guys, let's get litty. After this, you guys, we started finding out so much shit. Shit just started going more left. Everything was bad. Annie was still friends with Hoisha. She knew the whole time who my stepdad was cheating on my mom with. She basically stopped talking to my mom and started being a bitch to her. And Annie would say that she always tell my stepdad that she would basically tell my stepdad that she wanted him to stay with Hoisha because she knew English and she was cooler than my mom. And she got along way better than her, and she could talk to her about way more stuff because she knew English. Like, what? Make it make sense. Like, how could you talk to her about more stuff because she knows English? Like, just talking Spanish. Like, what the fuck? Do you think we know less because we don't know English? The fuck? Like, girl, come on now. What are you talking about? She was 100% on team Pedro and Hoisha. Vote for Pedro. She was 100% team them over there. She was like, couples goals. We gotta bump some music if we're gonna take a bong rip right now, you guys. I'm about to fucking die right now. I'm only headed because I'm gonna ruin my fucking lips. Anyways, you guys, let's get to the real deal. Let me stop stalling. Annie knew this whole thing, everything. Mary didn't talk to me at all anymore because of this whole situation, which I'm like, why are kids involved in this? Why are we all against each other? Like, yeah, I'm crying with my mom, but at the end of the day, like, I'm minding my kid business. I'm not even saying shit to my stepdad. I'm not saying shit to anybody else. Like, I'm just behind the scenes crying, and that's it. And taking care of my brother. Trying to be a fucking kid, I guess. Dealing with my own shit at school. Dealing with my own shit in my head. Dealing with my own shit in my heart. But Mary, she don't want to talk to me. And I think, like, I didn't even know, but apparently she had beef with me. And you guys will see how I know right now. And remember, my mom had a friend a couple doors down. So they're having a party one night over there, right? They get her out the house and they're like,
just come over here and like fuck him, forget about him, and just come over here and party. You know, we're having a little party for so-and-so's birthday. Just come over here, have a good time with us. It's gonna be chill. Sit outside with us or sit inside, like, wherever you want to be, it don't matter.
You know, because my mom wasn't even like, she didn't even want to come outside because they live in the same apartment complex, and my stepdad moved in with them, and like, you gotta go outside and you gotta see them. So they convinced my mom. Mom goes, and they're sitting in, yeah. So they have the door open because, you know, their guests are coming in. So their guest knows where the party is, and they could just come in and out or whatever. Kids running in and out, you know, little baby kids and shit. Music going on, and they have a table right in the living room, and my mom and her friends are sitting around it. And when you pass by, you see inside, and they're right there. Like, you could clearly see them. And right outside their house, where the door's open, they had a big ass glass table. I guess they had it for like people who want to sit outside, but everybody wants to sit inside. She's sitting right there with her friends. Finally, after all these fucking days, weeks, however fucking much time this was going on for, of like crying and like staying inside or whatever, you know, she had just gave up, and she wasn't even going crazy no more. She wasn't telling my stepdad anything. She didn't even bother Hoisha. Like, she didn't even go off on her or anything. She basically just let him have it and handed him to her on a silver platter. So the next events that are gonna take place, to this day, I don't fucking understand why the fuck they took place. But let me get on with it. The glass table's outside, nobody's sitting outside, but it's just sitting there, right? The door's wide open. And so Hoisha's kid, well, I'm saying kids, they were her kids, but they're grown-ass fucking kids. First of all, before I get into this shit, okay, I would be sitting outside my door on the little doorstep right there, and I would just be sitting there minding my fucking business, just being a fucking kid. I'm way younger than these fuckers are, and I've never, and I've mentioned it in another video, that I've never growing up called my stepdad dad. I've always called him my stepdad or by his real name. That's all. I've never called him dad. I called him dad a few times, but now that I'm grown, like when I started having like a better relationship with him. Back then, I don't like him. Okay, we didn't like each other. And the grown-ass girl would pass by, and she would just be talking to my stepdad, and she would be calling him dad, like hella loud on purpose so I could hear. And like, even when I was little, I'm like, damn, this bitch is evil. Jokes on her, because we didn't get along. I didn't like my stepdad, so I was like, I don't care. In my head, I was like, when she did that, I looked over there like, I don't care. I don't like him. Keep him. I don't care. I don't, like, you think you're hurting me by calling him dad in front of me? No. But at the same time, I'm like, you're evil because you're doing it to hurt me. Like, what makes you want to hurt a fucking child? Because your mom's not even getting cheated on, bro. Your mom's the fucking hoe that's sleeping with the married man. And what the fuck? Like, she's not even getting told anything. Like, have him. What do you get out of trying to make a kid feel bad? So that night, they kept passing by, and they would just make little comments, and they would call, like, the girl would be like, dad, like calling my stepdad. So like my mom and I could hear, and my mom's just literally ignoring them, and they keep passing by and like yelling out shit towards my mom, and my mom's just ignoring them. And all of a sudden, the girl passes by, and she just grabs the table and she just flips it over, and that whole shit just hella breaks. And my mom just, she gets nervous and scared, and she just says that she's just gonna go back to her house. And she goes back home, we go back home, and same thing, she locks herself in the bedroom. And that night was the night all this went down. So this is where my stepdad's nephew, was it, yeah, nephew comes in. Let's give him a name. Let's fucking call him Humpty Dumpty. So my stepdad's nephew, his name is gonna be Humpty Dumpty, and his girl at the time, her name is gonna be, so we're gonna call this bitch Cruella DeVille. Just kidding. We're gonna have to take another hit for this bitch, because to this day I just wanna beat the shit out of her. I wish I could just pistol whip the bitch. Like, I have a lot of people that have done shit to me that I could probably pistol whip and like not feel bad about, you know? So come on, let's get this shit off my bucket list. Let me pistol whip your ass, bro. She goes back, and now they're out there yelling. And let me tell you guys, Hoisha's kids, they always had drama. They was always out there fighting, doing all kinds of shit. So when my mom went back to the house, like, they was out there fighting, like, some other girl, I think, and they had broken the window from one of the back of the apartments, and they was just out there doing all this shit. So, you know, Annie out there, because, you know, Hoisha's her friend. And then Humpty Dumpty pulled up with Cruella, and they all getting along because for some reason they all like Hoisha. And they're like, yeah, she's better than you know, they're saying my mom's name. And it's like, okay, it's one thing that you like her better, whatever, that's your opinion, whatever the fuck. I like, we don't care. Like, my mom's not provoking you guys, my mom's not telling you guys shit. He's the one cheating on my mom with her. Just take it for what it is. Like, let it be. Like, why do you go out your way to do all this shit? They pull up and they're out there like, what happened? And they're just talking shit. They go and they stand in front of my mom's window, and in front of the apartment, the room that she had was the window that was right there, and it was a big ass window. And she's standing, and they're out there talking shit. And Cruella all of a sudden like goes to my mom's window and she starts banging on it, and my mom's in there just crying and just having like a panic attack. I'm just in there, like, I don't know what to do. Like, my brother's scared. I don't think my uncle was home at that time, and my mom's just there like having a panic attack, and I've never witnessed anyone like having no panic attack. And I'm going crazy, like, I don't know what to do. And then I'm scared myself because there's a big ass bitch outside our fucking window banging on the, like, this bitch was big, you guys. And I'm not even trying to body shame, but this bitch was big, and she deserves that shit because of the way the fuck she was acting. Like, this didn't concern her. This didn't have nothing to do with her. First of all, like, how did she insert herself in something that didn't have shit to do with her? Like, where do you fall into all of this? Like, this shit has nothing to do with you or Humpty Dumpty, but especially with you, because you and Humpty Dumpty are always on and off. So Humpty Dumpty be bringing other bitches around, not just you. Why are you in the mix? And then why are you taking the place of like banging on my mom's window? She was like banging on my mom's window, come out, and she was yelling out there. She was like, come out and fight, bitch. She was like, I'm gonna beat you up with a bat right now. And she literally has a bat out, like, she had a bat in her hand. I went to the living room, I looked at the window, she had a bat in her hand. She was like, come out, bitch, I could beat your ass with this bat. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And mind you, you guys, I swear to God, all these fucking people, absolutely every single fucking one of them, let me say this shit again. every single one of these grown ass people, you guys, knew that my mom was pregnant. Do this and do that, and she was just threatening her all kinds of ways. She kept banging on that fucking window for like so long, you guys, and every time she'll bang on the door, like I could see my mom was scared and she would cry. But the more she would bang, you guys, something in me would just, it was just like I was just getting more angry and angry by the minute. This feeling, you guys, this feeling that I felt that day, when I think about it, like I just feel it again. And every time I would just hear again, "Come out, bitch," or every time I would hear her bang on the window, I was getting like pissed, and like more and more pissed by the minute. I was like contemplating, like, should I just go out there? Like, what the fuck she gonna do? I'm a kid. Like, she beat my ass, she going to jail. Like, if you're fucking with someone I love, even if I'm scared or anything, like, I'ma go and I'ma have a big mouth and I'ma tell you shit, and no, you're not gonna be stepping all over the people I give a fuck about. The only reason that was like stopping me, I was like, I don't want to go out there. I don't want my mom to go out there and try to come get me inside, and then she's out there and they beat her ass, you know? Annie's out there, hoisas out there, Humpty Dumpty's out there, Humpty Dumpty out there fucking laughing and shit, thinking all this shit is funny. It was like the longest night of my life, you guys. And when everything finally settled down and they all fucking left and they gave up, I was just like, I didn't even know, like, I didn't even know what the fuck to feel. Like, my mom cried herself to sleep. It was so fucking crazy. My uncle didn't come home. My little brother was asleep, and I just felt alone, you guys. Like, I just felt so fucking lonely, and I wanted to die so fucking bad in that moment. And I just went into the shower and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried, and my eyes were so fucking puffy the next day, you guys. After that, they would see my mom and they would always tell her shit. They would cuss her the fuck out, or if they would see her, they would honk the horn. And when my mom would look, or even, you guys, even if when I would look, and if I would look, flip me off. My mom didn't even want to come out anymore because they live right there, so they were always bullying her basically. And during all this that has been going on with them doing shit to my mom, my stepdad, he hasn't like encouraged it per se, but he doesn't defend her and he doesn't do anything. He's chill, like this is somebody else's business. He be acting like this shit doesn't pertain to him. Like he's just the back crowd watching. Like, bro, you're the main character. What are you doing? Are you gonna defend your fucking wife that you're cheating on? No? Oh, alright. And my mom ends up losing the baby. That baby would have been fine. It was all that fucking stress everybody was putting her on. And I don't care, like, nobody could tell me different. Like, she was not eating right. She was not taking care of herself. She was depressed. All that baby was eating was negative energy. Like, those people killed that baby. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can't convince me otherwise. And even after she lost her baby, this shit didn't stop, you guys. These people are evil. This shit didn't stop. Even after she lost her baby, they were still tell her shit. They started telling her that she lost her baby because she was a drug addict and she was doing drugs, and that's why she lost her baby. Meanwhile, who moved into your house and after moving into your house started looking a little bony? Oh, okay. Pedro. Everything that they would talk shit to my mom about, it was just a reflection of themselves. All my stepdad's family, well, not all, but most of my stepdad's family, now it's like the relationship is getting so serious that she's the new in-law now to a lot of them. Okay, fuck my mom. She hasn't been married to my stepdad for years. That don't matter. We like her better because she knows English. Okay, she knows what's up. She knows English. She's from Fresno. She's evil like us. She has our same morals, so we like her better. Okay, guys, so I'm actually gonna do a part 3 because it's getting a little long. Well, it got a little long as well. I feel like I'm rambling a lot, but I feel like at the same time I'm giving a lot of details, so it's valid. I already kind of knew that it was gonna be pretty long because a lot of fuckery going on, okay? But yeah, catch up in part 3, you guys. Don't miss out.